physically dominant, mean. Everything he did had an aggressive tone to it.
The first time I saw Patrick Ewing play was at the Boston Shootout. And we see this kid just blocking everything. All he did was block every shot. I sort of said to myself, if we're in the same class, I got a lot of catching up to do.
He is Patrick Ewing, 18 years old, a high school senior, 7 feet tall.
Everybody in the country wanted him. The #1 high school player in the country going to play in the Big East. Patrick just created such interest.
I was watching Patrick Ewing at Georgetown. Big guy, mean, physical, throwing people around, running the court. And I said, Dad, I want to be like that. He's like, I know, this is why I got you watching the game.
I told him everything that comes at the rim, take it back.
I fell in love with basketball watching Patrick play in college.
Everybody wanted Patrick Ewing. He was the dominator. He was the guy who could lift up a franchise and carry it to victory.
The New York Knicks, for their first pick, select Patrick Ewing.
All of a sudden, the Knicks became relevant. The Knicks became exciting.
Immediately, everybody was ready to buy their playoff tickets.
You knew what you were getting defensively when the Knicks drafted Patrick. You talk about one of the meanest guys to protect the paint. Patrick Ewing was that guy.
The New York Knicks against the Philadelphia 76ers in the season debut of Patrick Ewing.
And at center, number 33, Patrick Ewing.
I remember my first basket. We were playing Philadelphia. Someone shot the ball. I came over Moses' back, dunked it in.
And Ewing says hello to the NBA.
When Patrick came to the Knicks, now you got a chance to have a unique player.
Patrick Ewing was the New York Knicks' heart and soul for so long. He put everything into that organization.
Patrick is a great warrior, great competitor. He probably played with the least amount of talent that any great Hall of Famer probably had.
Well, first of all, I think Patrick Ewing is probably the most underrated of all the great centers.
The guy that kept me up most nights because he was in our conference was Patrick Ewing.
You know, just hearing the PA announcer when Patrick would score. Patrick Ewing! Patrick Ewing! Still have nightmares about that.
And Pat was one of those guys that wasn't scared to play outside the box. He wasn't just going to jump hook you every time and take 2 or 3 dribbles and back you down. He had a face-up game, a nice jumper, and he had an exquisite touch as well.
He had established himself as a force. People saw that he could be fulcrum of a championship team.
Jackson with the step for Ewing.
When I arrived, you gave him a guy that can deliver the basketball to him. We immediately clicked. Excitement came back to the Garden.
He gave the city everything, and I just love him for it.
We are seeing a Willis Reed type performance by Patrick Ewing.
He was the guy that was going to bring this thing back to where it once was.
24 points and 22 rebounds. If there's ever been a time that a great player has stood up and carried his team on his back, it was Patrick Ewing.
Got away with a bad pass. Oh my goodness! Look at this! Gather and finish! Really threw it away. 1 second. Ewing. Corner. You gotta know something when that happens.
Edwards rejected. That's 6 blocks for Ewing. Jackson for the trailer Ewing.
Alonzo Mourning. Ewing.
Oh, wow. Oh, he thinks about it, and bam.
What's the move on Antonio Davis?
Patrick Ewing played hard every night, at both ends of the floor. It was Patrick's intensity, his desire to win. Everybody wanted to go to another level.
We understood that he was our leader, and when you got a guy like that who puts it out there on the court every single night, you can't help but listen to him.
He was an all-out warrior. We knew we could ride that horse all the way to the finish line.
His work ethic, though, was just off the charts. The definition of hard work, I always thought, was about practice starts, you give it your all, you do all you can, and then when it's over, it's over. But that's not what the truly great ones do. And I remember him saying, you know, practice is for the team to get better. But in order for me to achieve my ability, I've got to put in more.
He'll always get my vote as the greatest center of all time for the Knicks.
I always will be a Knick, always will be a New Yorker. Thank you very much.